Hey everyone, it's Mimi and Weezus.
Hey guys, what's good?
Today we're gonna cover Shia Labeouf
Shia
because,
Labeouf.
well, what the fuck happened to him?
You want to know what happened to him? What happens to a lot of us? I'm guilty to drugs and alcohol.
Drugs and alcohol, mix it with a little childhood trauma, will give you a good dose of the crazies, dude. And that's what happened to him.
It's like that, or an anxious model kit builder. Let's go. No, just
Oh my gosh, I haven't done one, dude. Miles went and got all his model cars for when you move here so that you could
paint them.
paint them. I'm sick of it. Anyways, Shia got taken by the child star curse, dude.
Yeah, but is it the child star curse or is it, how do I say,
Addiction.
addiction?
I don't know. A little bit of both, dude. Or are they one and the same, actually?
You know what, dude? I feel like, honestly, 100%, I blame the parents.
You do? After hearing his story, you think it's their fault? Or for all of them?
Dude, it's I guess for even Shia LaBeouf, even let's say Amanda Bynes. It's the same
Geneva
thing.
Curdy. We got that. Well, she didn't really have a curse, but you know, who's the other one? Britney Spears.
Britney Spears, yeah.
Yeah. All these. Macaulay Culkin.
Oh,
Freaking
dude,
Home
Macaulay
Alone, dude.
Culkin, yeah, dude. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to him. Is how I feel. Anyways.
Yeah.
So let's start.
The alcoholism starts early.
It does. And let's start from the beginning, and then we'll go to now, right? We'll start from his childhood. So, like you said, let's blame his parents, right? And here's how it all started. His parents were both artists, but they just never made it big. So they went broke. His mom had to sell jewelry and fabric and stuff on the street. And guess what his dad did, dude?
A drug dealer.
Well, who knows? He might have dabbled in it a little, but he was a drug addict, so he probably dealt a little too. But he became a clown, like a circus clown, to make extra money because his career as an artist, I don't know what kind of artist, did not.
How do you go from being a rock star to what's it called, making balloons for kids? That's wild.
Makes no sense. Second fact about his dad, though. It's creepy that he was a clown because he was a convicted sex offender. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. I don't know the details on it. I just know that he was. And then he was addicted to heroin.
Right off the bat, Shia LaBeouf, all hands down, he was set up to fail.
Yep. Basically. So then his dad, right, he goes to rehab. So rehab or jail, I don't know, one of the two, same thing. And then he had to live with his mom. They didn't have a house or anything, right? So they move into this little crappy motel. And keep in mind, he's young still. He's a little kid. He's not grown. He's not doing movies, nothing yet. And then he didn't witness with his eyes, but with his ears, his mom getting R-worded, in the other room. So he had to hear that happening when he was little.
Dear Lord. See what I mean?
Yep. Then when he turns 9, he starts getting in trouble, Jesus. He got in trouble for stealing a Game Boy from a store and for something else. I can't remember, but he was just stealing and causing trouble. And he's only 9 years old at this point, and he's just used to living on the streets with his parents. And I assume his parents probably had to steal to give them places to live. Yeah.
To eat, dude. I feel like these people were just teaching him bad stuff right off the bat.
Yeah. Well, if that's his go-to as a 9-year-old, they got to be doing something wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So once he starts getting in trouble, his mom and dad are like, we got to find something for him to do so he can stay out of trouble. What will we do? Where do they put him, dude? In stand-up comedy. As a kid. So as a 10-year-old kid, he's doing stand-up in LA clubs and stuff, dude. And he always started his stand-ups by, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was are you motherfuckers ready to hear some jokes or something like that? And he was only 9, and they would just take that money, bro, and run with it.
God, dude. I mean, you know what's wild is that even back then they would just let these kids run up on these comedy clubs hey, he's funny though.
Yeah, he's funny though. I know he's 9, but let him in.
Who? It's like, how do you? I mean, how do you get your child up on a comedy club? Like, are you going to this comedy club? Like, do you know? Do you know? Like, these are the things I want to know, man.
I don't know, but they had him up in there, and apparently he was like really successful. Like people loved him, and he was funny. I'd like to see some footage of Shia LaBeouf doing stand up at 10. That would be interesting. But okay, so after that, he wanted to make money. He wanted all the cool things, right? Like he tried to steal that Game Boy, and that's why he got in trouble. So he goes to like see his dad, who I think was in Malibu at the time, right? He sees this other guy or kid wearing like all the coolest clothes, like all the stuff a kid would want, has the coolest toys, whatever. And he's like, yo, how'd you get that stuff? And this kid is like, I'm an actor. And then literally at that moment right there, he was like, I'm going to be an actor and I'm going to have everything. So he went home and started looking like through the yellow pages, and he called all the talent agencies that he could find. And he didn't just call them and say like, oh, I'm a kid, like I want to act. He like pretended to be an older guy to say like, oh, I need to get my kid in or something, and no one was falling for it at that point. Besides one person was like, you know what? I'll run with it. Let's do this. Let's go. So then he gets some little acting jobs like in commercials and stuff, and like just tiny like background roles in like, was it X-Files or something like that, just by doing that. And then that eventually led him to get the main role in Even Stevens, dude.
I was about to say that was the first time I ever saw Shia LaBeouf, dude. You know, Even Stevens.
Yeah.
Did you watch that show too?
Yeah, dude. It was crazy. I remember watching it. I should rewatch it, dude. But you remember Beans?
Yeah. Oh, dude, Beans. I was about to say the sister.
What was her name? I don't even remember that. His name was Louis Stevens. I remember that.
Stevens, yeah,
I don't remember anyone else.
See, you said Beans and then the sister. That's all I remember.
Yeah, me too. I should rewatch the show. I wonder if you can watch it anywhere because it's been a long
Disney
time.
Plus, dude. Can't even afford that shit. No,
yeah, I can't even afford Disney Plus anymore, dude. But they so when he was on Even Stevens, it would have kept going because the show was so successful. But Disney apparently has some like 65 episode rule, and they will not let a show go past 65 episodes.
Is that okay? Damn, dude.
That explains a lot, right?
That explains so much. I'm over here wondering why they canceled Dave the Barbarian. No, just
they canceled so many things, like so many good shows, like
so many fire shows. Yeah,
A Sweet Life. There had to be more than 65 episodes, I swear, but there must not have been because they have a 65 episode rule.
There's probably 30 episodes on the Sweet Life, right? And there's probably 30 episodes on the Sweet Life on Deck.
Oh, good thinking. Or were there 65 episodes of the Sweet Life, and so then they had to make Sweet Life on Deck if they wanted it to keep going because that's a new show.
Maybe, dude.
We'll have to look it up.
Well, yeah, dude. It's like Disney conspiracies continue. No,
okay, so then from Even Stevens, he actually wins an Emmy for it, dude. And he's a kid, right? He won an Emmy in 2003. So then, here's where shit gets real, according to him. While he was filming that show, he was living with his mom, right? Yes. And so he needed to move closer to where they were filming, so he ended up moving in with his dad. And that's when his dad started becoming really abusive and all that stuff. Shia even said that like his dad was having like a Vietnam flashback and held a gun to his head and was like having a PTSD, I don't know what to call it, attack. And
like, I've been there. No, I'm just kidding.
Vietnam.
I was over here holding Mango's head. Where are they? Where are they? No, I'm just kidding.
And then here's where shit gets even crazier, dude. Because when he was doing that, like he didn't even have a house. So keep in mind, his dad didn't even have a house. They had to move into like this little motel/hotel, not sure. And it was like a $45 a night little place that they were staying for filming. He didn't have a job, only Shia did. So all the money that he was getting from being on Even Stevens, which wasn't even that much, was going to like pay for him and his dad to eat, to pay for him to live there and all that, like in a hotel, a crappy little hotel. at that. So he wasn't even really getting anything off of that. He was just getting famous, but he wasn't making money.
Oh, dude, I feel like most child stars. That's like the rule they play. Like, you know, it was like the people we just mentioned earlier, like Amanda Bynes, Jenna McCarthy. Like their parents took care of all their money.
Yeah, for real. Well,
but like in all honesty, like a child actor, really, if you gave them that much money at such a young age, you know how dickishly they would become.
yeah, that is true.
I guess in a sense you do have to limit them, but in a way that if they're like, I want to buy like an Xbox, like you get them that Xbox, right? It's their money. But if they're like, I want to buy a Bugatti, you'd be like,
you're not
get a house, dude. We live in a hotel. Like,
yeah, for real. But see, I don't even think he was making enough to do something like that. Like, let's look it up, actually, the exact amount he was making from Even Stevens, because I don't think, especially even being back then, which wasn't that long ago, but when we were kids, it was even less than we're thinking.
You know, that's like Mario Lopez. He said that like some of those checks from when he was a child star. He's like they were like $200-$300. So
I can't find anything.
I would imagine it was like that much too. Maybe like $300-$400 at most.
He said, dude, that's a lot though. It says on his, like at the peak of the career, he was making maybe like $10,000 a week, which isn't very much if you think about it. I'm like, that's a lot, dude. I don't even make that in a month.
Even back then, that's a lot.
Yeah. So I don't know, but they tried to make it seem like it really wasn't like a lot at all.
Like if we all just have casually 10K in our savings.
Yeah, like we don't even have that. Like it makes no sense. Anyways, so
like not anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. After that whole hotel thing, that led him to get that role in Holes, dude, which was another banger.
Oh, dude, tell me when did you read Holes? Right away.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I didn't read it.
You didn't read Holes?
No.
What's wrong with you, bro? I'll tell you, dude.
It.
You know what? It just occurred to me, bro. Just core memory, just right off the bat. There's this teacher that I used to have in 5th grade, and he looked exactly like Steven. That's why I like when I saw him, I was like, this guy looks so familiar. But I know it wasn't Steven, but it looked exactly like him. Now that I'm thinking about it, but he read us Holes because he had like a really deep voice.
Okay.
So it's like someone that you wanted to narrate. So that's the only reason I paid attention. And then after, I didn't even know there was a movie. We watched the movie.
See, I bet you they did the same thing at my school. They probably had someone read it to us. They didn't have like us read it separate.
Oh, dude, they didn't have those cassettes where the teacher would put into the speaker and then you'd have to read along.
Yeah, we did have those.
I hated that because I fall asleep.
I just fall asleep instantly. Then, so from Holes, what's the other kid's name in Holes? Zero?
Zero.
Is it Zero? And then they ate
Zero and Stanley Yellman.
The sploosh?
Yeah, the sploosh.
Is that what it was called that they ate? Yeah.
Was it the onions or whatever?
Well, and then I think they had like peach stuff, didn't they?
Peach and onions, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, so after that, then he got his role in Transformers and Indiana Jones and then made millions, obviously, off of that. So then, you would think, oh, he's set, like his career is perfect. But I'm not going to lie. Have you ever seen a Shia Labeouf movie that's not a fucking banger, dude? Because everything I've never seen a movie that he's in that I'm like, sucks.
Dude, I'll be real with you. Like even his newer stuff is decent. Have you seen Fury? That movie is well,
and that's
decent.
not even that new.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, but I mean,
but
still,
yeah, everything I've seen him in is good.
Yeah, like, I think the movie that after Transformers was like was it where he's like locked up in his house and his neighbor killed someone?
Disturbia,
yeah, that one.
I loved that movie, dude.
That was another banger.
I think that one might have been before Transformers even, or maybe after the first one. I can't remember, but that one was good. I should watch it. I want to watch it tonight.
You know which one else too that I like is Constantine.
Yeah, and then Eagle Eye is another good one.
Oh, I haven't seen that one in a minute.
So the other speaking of Eagle Eye, dude. So after when he was doing like his tour for Eagle Eye, right? Oops.
Yeah.
I hit my mic, sorry. He had to go on like talk shows and whatnot to discuss it. So he comes out, and I can't remember whose talk show it was. It was like one of the late night shows with someone, or whatever. And they're talking about how like they have to have FBI consultants and stuff on set to make things more realistic, show them how to do this and that, and like terminology, blah blah blah. He said that, and you can go watch this interview with him on YouTube or wherever. He said that the FBI agent who was like consulting and working with him said that, they record the NSA and whoever else records all our phone calls, blah, blah, blah. And to prove it to him, he showed him one of his own phone calls. Like he showed Shia one of Shia's phone calls from the past. And he was like, yo, what the hell? And so he talks about it on there.
I'll be like, can you bring up this phone call? No, just kidding.
Yeah. So well, then
this year. No,
yeah. Can you actually bring up the phone call from this day, this year, at this time, so I can hear all the stupid shit I said?
It was a banger that day, bro.
Yeah. But then people like actually did some digging, and they found this FBI consultant. They talked to him, and he said, he was like, like Shia was just a young kid. Don't believe what he says. He was just down bad, basically, is what he said. And I'm like, dude, whatever. He's just a whistleblower. And then that's my conspiracy, is he did that. And then the government was like, he has to go away. And then they just set him up for all this bad shit.
They just started they started spiking his heroin, dude.
For real. So after that, though, like after all the big, spiking his heroin, after all like the big hits and whatnot, this is when shit goes south. So his first arrest was when he got arrested for trying to stab his neighbor because he was like mad about something and he was drunk. So that's where like the anger and the alcohol combo started to take over. He ended up spending like 2 nights in jail. I think this was like early. I think this is when we were like, maybe I was in 8th grade, so maybe 2008ish, maybe earlier than that, maybe 2006.
Because I remember like I saw a YouTube video, and he's like what you just said, he got arrested. And it was like before he was like 20.
Yeah, he was young during all this stuff, and then he got arrested again after that. And I didn't even write down the years of this, but these are earlier years, like 2006, 2007 ish. So then he got arrested in Chicago for trespassing because he was drunk and he kept going to Walgreens, and it was like the middle of the night, and asking for cigarettes is what he wanted. And they like obviously weren't giving them to him. And he kept going back in a different disguise every time, like a different hat, a different shirt. And he just kept going back. And so he got arrested. The Walgreens eventually like dropped the charges on that, but he did get arrested then. Then in 2008, he got a DUI. And then it just kept going, dude.
So basically he became super famous, right? Right after Transformers and all this shenanigans, he was like, who's my best friend? It's that bottle. I just
Literally, that's what he decided. And who knows what he said? He dabbled in drugs and like an addiction and stuff. But I don't know what kind. But I wanna.
You want some?
I want to know is what I meant.
You're like, I want what he's having.
I'm gonna have
like, you don't want what he's having. No, I do. You see how crazy that is? He must be having the time of his life.
For real. Then in 2011, dude, he gets arrested again for fighting outside of a bar.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. This is when, during all this, he actually decided to like step away from Transformers at that time because he needed to deal with his own shit. So he made the choice to step away. Even though stepping away from Transformers lost him like millions of dollars, he still did it. That's why I didn't know why everything always changed in Transformers, like why the cast changed, but that's why. I never knew.
Damn. I thought, honestly, I thought it was because like there's a different time period, you know what I mean? Or
yeah.
Different. How do I say? I feel like those characters ran their courses because
like a different universe type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Like how Sam, they have him basically. They get him when he's in high school and then graduated and then already as an adult. Like I feel like they ran through his whole life. Like what else was
it was done.
It was done.
So it was like the new time period is what you mean.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Well, I guess that makes sense. They could have done it that way too. Maybe that's just why they decided, like, well, we want to keep going. So,
Dude, let me correct myself real quick because I'm pretty sure when we said Holes, I said his name was Sam Witwicky, and I'm pretty sure that's his name in Transformers, and his name in Holes is Stanley Yelnats, right?
no, you said Stanley.
I did.
Yeah, why
You
are your
swear?
eyes closed? Yeah,
You swear, dude? I'm over here just tripping, dude. I was
I
tripping for
think
a
you said
minute.
Stanley. I don't know.
Just in
We'll
case.
find
Hey,
out.
I corrected myself later in the podcast. Just know that.
All right, we'll listen to it when I'm editing and see, dude. And if you said it wrong, I'm deleting this whole part and leaving your error. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I get
Did you know
eviscerated
this
in the comments.
random fact about him though that I thought was crazy when I was reading about him is that he speaks like he's fluent in English, French, and Spanish. Yeah, he can speak all three fluently, dude.
I believe it, dude. This guy, as an actor, everyone always like you said, he has nothing but good movies. But that's the same thing on the acting world. Everyone says like, oh, he's a really good actor, like, or he's really like he's a method actor, so he really gets into his role, like like the Joker and shit. Like those people that they spend weeks in costumes. That's what he did, bro. That's what he normally did for all his roles.
Yeah. No, he's a really good actor. And then everyone, even the people who have like accused him of bad, have been like, but damn, can he act? Like, damn, is he good? And then, so his next little, what am I even trying to, I was going to say conspiracy by accident, but I can't think of the word.
You should say escapade, dude.
Yeah, that's the best word, yeah. So his next little escapade here was this art exhibit that he made. So it was called #IamSorry art exhibition. So he like did this, and I'm putting air quotes, art show, and this is when he put a brown paper bag over his head that said, "I am not famous anymore." And hundreds of people show up to this art gallery, right? And it's empty. The only thing in the art gallery is him, and he's sitting on a chair with the bag on his face, and he had everyone like in the line go one by one up to him and just say whatever they wanted to say to his face. And dude, he didn't say anything back to them the entire time. All he did was sit there and cry inside the bag, and then the art show was over.
Man, that's
wild,
crazy.
right?
That's like, I feel like that's like a deep sense of validation.
Yeah, it was something, dude.
Damn, that's wild. So his mental, like, it's always the same thing, the mental health, right? His mental health started to deteriorate a lot during that time, right?
Yeah. Well, and he also, so I can't remember if I think it was right before the art exhibition, he walked like the red carpet somewhere with the same bag on his head.
Damn, self-promotion. Yeah. What a genius, dude.
Some people were saying,
so
when I was looking, that's what people are saying though, like that he was a genius because it's like a good marketing thing, like he's promoting something, and other people were like, oh my, then the conspiracy theorists came out and they were like, it's a freaking Illuminati ritual. What is it? They're like the embarrassment thing. What is it even called? I can't even think of it, dude.
Humiliation ritual.
Humiliation ritual. But I don't think that's him.
Keep my wife's name out. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, I don't think it was anything like that. I think he was just Shia being Shia,
Dude, same. I feel like he just went off the deep end.
Mm-hmm. And then after that art show, he gets arrested again, and this one is because there's like that I don't know, is it burlesque or what is it? It was like a show like that. And there was some like famous people there performing, and he got all drunk and was like shouting out horrible things and whatnot. And then he slapped the girl's ass and stuff, and he went to jail for that. Mm-hmm. And then after this, in like 2014 or 2015, one of those, he like did this weird motivational speech in front of a green screen. And then you probably saw it because that's when he was like, do it! Or
just do it!
Yeah,
don't let your dreams just be dreams.
Yes.
Just do it.
That's the one. And then people were like editing weird stuff into the background.
Oh, dude, it was like, that was honestly, I feel like Shia Labeouf created one of the best memes from like 2000s.
Yeah. So there was that. And then Next up on the roster, 2016, during like all the Trump stuff, he was totally anti-Trump, right? And he kept saying like he will not divide us is what this project was called.
Yeah.
He sets up a live cam like out on the street for people who are like in support of that. And it says like he will not divide us on the wall, right? People could go and like say stuff to the camera and all in support of him and his project and whatnot. Well, then there was the haters who were like, no, like we love Trump. We're gonna go stand up for him. So then they went and they like start fighting with Shia LaBeouf and saying all this crazy stuff to him, and like they ruined the project. So then he was gonna keep the whole thing up for every single day of like Trump's presidency or campaign or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And then he ends up putting this flag up instead in a different place that said he will not divide us. And the crazies on the internet looked up the live stream and they found like landmarks and like the sounds of the freaking like birds chirping in the direction of the wind. And they found out where it was and they went and took it down and then put like a
MAGA hat and a suit.
Yeah, and like a suit or some weird thing, a hat or something like that up there. And then ruined it like that too.
It's true, dude. I feel like you said the crazies, but I know it's the people of Twitter and Reddit that did that shit.
Uh-huh.
How do I say? Yeah, I feel like when they want to look for something, they'll find it, and they did it more than once, Miranda. He put up the flag a number like 6 or 7 times in different places, and they found it wherever. Oh, you know where it was wherever he was acting or whatever.
Yeah, it was somewhere there.
And they would just find it in.
Yeah, it said that they like went through his tags on Instagram because like obviously people will see you when you're filming and then take a picture with you and then tag you in it. So they went through there and then they went through like where he was close by and all that, and then they found it and they would just ruin it. So then he had gotten married. So he got married to this lady named Mia Goth, and that seemed to have like calmed him down for like a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But then he got arrested in 2017 for being drunk in public again and doing something dumb.
Oh my God.
But this time he was court ordered to go to rehab. Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro. I wish I could get court ordered to go to rehab. I just go to jail. No, I just get.
Right, they're just like straight to jail for you.
They give me the death sentence over a parking ticket. It's like, what?
They would, dude. So while he's in rehab, he had to like write down his thoughts and feelings and all this stuff because it's supposed to be part of healing or whatever. Yeah. He ends up writing the script for the movie Honey Boy, which is a movie which is apparently based on his life. And he ends up playing the role of his dad in that movie. But
I wonder if he enjoyed hitting that little kid, bro.
I don't think he actually hit him. I think it
was
maybe.
Like what if they put a little doll or whatever?
Yeah, they do something. I don't know.
A fake kid.
Like a fake kid or something.
Mexican.
I put a Mexican kid. It doesn't faze him, dude.
Oh God.
Anyways,
bro.
so to release that movie and to start filming and whatnot, because it was about his dad and his dad is still alive, he had to get permission from his dad to release it. But keep in mind, they were like not on good terms. They hadn't talked in like 6 or 7 years at this point. So he has to go meet with his dad and somehow convince him to let him put this movie out. How does he do it, dude? He lies and tells him Mel Gibson's going to play your part. Like, so sign the dotted line. And he did. Joke was on the dad, dude, because
he actually sold his soul. I'm just kidding.
Probably, dude, probably. But he probably signed that Illuminati paperwork. I'm just kidding. He probably did though.
Oh my God, bro.
So then he seemed to be doing really well. What?
I said we on one with the conspiracies.
I know we can't stop, dude. We're down bad. Anyways, so after that he seemed to be doing like really well, right?
Yeah.
Then boop goes downhill again. He ends up like not being married to this girl anymore, or at least like splitting from her. I don't know if they got a divorce or what. But then he starts dating one of his co-stars from Honey Boy, this lady named FKA Twigs, who is an actress and like a singer. I'm pretty sure she dated freaking Edward from Twilight for a while too, but that doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with the story. this relationship though ends up being toxic as hell, bro. Because not only they're like together for almost a year or something like that. She ends up suing him for sexual battery, assault, and infliction of emotional distress or something. So she like made all these statements and said what he did.
She said, hang out with Miranda. No, I'm just kidding.
Someone we can chill with, dude. No, so she said that he was driving his car recklessly and he would like take off his seatbelt with her in the passenger seat and like threaten to crash the car if she didn't like profess her love to him and like all this stuff.
Damn, dude, this guy's a savage. No, just get out.
He's all, tell me you love me. And then he like takes off his seatbelt. He's like, or else.
He's like, what if I accidentally stepped on it and floored it? Floor it, don't floor it, floor it. And just...
starts swerving around.
It's raining, so he just starts spinning.
Oh, that's so dumb. And then, not only did she say that, but then, what is it, Sia? That one girl who with the bangs who does all the music. That's her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he did a music video with her. After FK Twigs comes out, she says that he was like weird towards her too, and that he's a pathological liar and like all this stuff. So she comes out and says the same thing.
He smells bad.
I feel like he smells good.
Dude, everyone says that he smells bad.
No, you're lying.
He doesn't shower. Yeah, it's true. How do I say?
I thought that was Post Malone.
No, it's him too.
Oh.
That's the chick that you're talking about. That's what she said too. That he smelled like really bad.
Ooh.
And then you see that music video they did together, dude?
Yeah.
You see how he was carrying her? Imagine he was just like,
right. Imagine having to breathe and he hasn't showered in days, dude. Sick, dude. Well, so this FKA Twigs girl also said that Shia LaBeouf had told her that he would like shoot stray dogs to like prepare for roles and stuff. And he says, of course, that that's not true, but I don't know.
He says stray dogs, but he's had 18 dogs in the past year.
Yeah, and they're missing. I don't know. He eventually, after this, gets back with Mia Goth, and now they have like a kid together. And he seems to like be doing a little better. I don't know. He did some interview saying that like he lied about his dad being abusive, and all of it was a lie, and that his dad is great, and that
his dad never hit him.
Yeah, he said his dad never hit him, and that basically he made the movie Honey Boy as like a ploy to like get back in the movie scene, since he had basically been like, you know, not canceled, but whatever you would call it.
I feel like he just, in all honesty, just learning what we know about him, it seems like he just canceled himself, bro. Like all everything that happened to him was because he couldn't control his alcoholism. Yep. He was drunk and disorderly conduct, like fighting with people. Like, come on, bro, it's stuff.
Especially as a famous person, you can't be doing that.
I say self-control, bro, but if you put like a 12-pack of Krispy Kreme donuts right in front of me,
it's gone.
It's gone, dude. I would quit weed if donuts weren't. Dude,
I haven't had a Krispy Kreme. I haven't had a Krispy Kreme in a long time. I'm about to go get one. Is it even open at this time? It's 7:45.
It probably is, but if you can't, you can get them at Walmart.
Okay. Now, after all this, let's talk about his other scandals, Jesus. You with the freaking plagiarism.
Okay, dude. So this guy, basically, Shia Labeouf, like you said, he wanted to get back into the scene, right? So I guess like a lot of artists do this. Like they make short films, or they make what are they called? Like those films for those film festivals.
Yeah, I think those are just short films.
Short films. Indie films.
Yeah, I knew as soon as you were about to say it, dude.
Indie films. So Shia Labeouf, instead of making his own story, he blended up copies the same intro from a just a novel. We'll say that. No, it's a graphic novel. That's okay. Like a comic or whatever. He basically, the intro to his movie was the same intro to whatever that comic was, at the same. And he released he only released the movie online. and the movie only lasted a week before everyone was starting to see like,
They were
hey,
sus.
hey, this is oddly similar to this, and how do I say like pull up his name exactly just so
I think it was like David or something like that. I can't remember.
I have it right here.
Okay.
His name was Daniel Close, and he even asked him like, "Hey man, like what's going on here?" Right? So Shia LaBeouf, being Shia LaBeouf, instead of responding normal, he apparently tweeted like, "I'm sorry, this and that." Right?
Yeah.
A week later, he just deleted the tweet. He didn't care. And the movie, it was up for like a year, and then when people thought he took it down and they noticed he didn't, he apologized. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll take it down now," and then deleted it.
Dude. And you want to know what else he did, which is crazy? He apologized for plagiarizing something with like a post that he plagiarized from Yahoo. He like stole it and then posted it as his own, and then they were like, "Bro, this is straight up off Yahoo Answers. What are you doing?"
God, dude. So back to back, you know, Shia LaBeouf has been through it all.
No, he's plagiarized a lot of stuff. There's like a whole article on like how many different times. Let me like scroll through it. At least 14 different times that he's like taken people's exact words or like scripts and stuff and used it. Just done everything like that. I don't know. It's crazy.
Dude. Real stuff, dude. Real shit though.
Yeah.
What do you think?
About Shia?
Yeah, just now.
I don't
Just
even know, dude. Like,
after learning what we know.
I just like, I don't even know what to believe. Like, you never know what's true and what's not with him. You know what I mean? What do you think?
Yeah, see, for me, it's like, dude, it's like all these freaking stars we always talk about, like James Franco, what's it called, Hyde, you know,
Danny Masterson? Yeah.
Danny Masterson. There's like shit you grew up watching, and you know, like it's like that thing where it's like if you admire someone, like have a hero, like never meet them.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be
You're gonna get let down.
let down, yeah. See, and for real, dude, that's how I feel. That's I know it won't happen, bro. I know, but that's how I feel. Like if I meet the dopest Yola guy, I feel like I'll be
It'll let down.
let down. But I know I won't be like that because everyone that meets him says he's a super nice guy. He has meet and greets and whatnot.
Did you know? So that assault charge that I was telling you about, or that FKA Twigs, the one that she's like accused him of.
Yes.
They never reached a settlement, and so the trial is set for the end of this year. So we can, come back on and talk about it, but it's set for October 14th of 2024.
So he's still in deep water.
Yeah. So we don't know what's gonna happen yet, but something.
See, bro, we can't trust these Hollywood stars, man.
You can't trust any of them, dude.
Just let them fall. Just let them fall.
Yeah.
You're already a crashing star. You already crashed, bro.
Yeah. There's no coming back from all of this, dude.
It's like unless you come on the podcast. No,
if you come on this podcast, though, hear me out. You will become famous again.
Yeehaw, brother.